Hi guys, hope you're well. My first ever YouTube video. Scary stuff. Anyway, so I thought I'd do this for you because it'd be a bit quicker and a bit easier for me to explain things in the flesh. I also kind of think that a friendly face, somebody you know, a little bit of a reminder that actually this work we're asking you to do at home is real. It is for a purpose. It is for your GCSEs. Hopefully it will encourage you a little bit more to get cracking with some work. Saying that though, I must say, as long as you are doing some form of artwork, I am happy with that. And actually use this opportunity to do your own thing. You know, usually we're quite project based, or I'll steer you towards a certain direction. Use this time to draw and paint and be creative in your own way. I know there's some of you that are thinking, oh great, I'll draw that. I know she doesn't like that usually. No weird foxes and all that weird sort of stuff. You know who you are. But anyway, so what I'm going to talk to you about is the progression from your patterns in nature work. So far you've collected lots of different research and you've done some Burroughs studies, some Penn studies. I've tried to encourage you to also use different backgrounds. So use this opportunity to have a rummage around the house, ask your parents if they've got any old maps, any old newspapers, magazines, any old bits of wood or anything they're going to throw out in the garden shed, okay? Something that I've really enjoyed about being in the house is sorting out my cupboards, going through memory boxes, finding old artwork from when I was a student, when I was doing my GCSEs many moons ago. And what I'd like to try and do is sort of encourage you guys, because it's evoked lots of lovely memories about myself as a GCSE student, what I love about art, okay? Maybe you believe this or not, I was quite a shy child, shy teenager, and I think that was really why I threw myself into art when I was younger. So actually use this time by yourself to really feed that passion. Anyway, so moving forward, over the next 2 weeks, I would like you please to produce 4 studies. I say studies because I don't mind what materials you use. Be creative though, don't just stick to pencil and pen. Really be bold, okay? But with these studies, I want you to be creative with scale. So we can either use viewfinders, so you're playing around with the scale of your image, maybe making it look a little bit more abstract, or it actually may be the scale of your work. So you may want to arrange some objects on the floor or in the garden and take a photo from an upstairs bedroom. It may be that you want to play around with the viewfinders and blowing up a section of the image and really playing around with pattern and shape and texture. So I'm going to show you a couple of ways that we can do these viewfinders. You probably know this, but a little reminder. So I'm using this really weird old-fashioned thing called a book, but I know you've probably got your own photos and I know that you've got research on your phone. So you can cut out a simple viewfinder like this. I'm really bad at it, my squares are awful. Or this is the way that I prefer. You could make a viewfinder by getting a trim of paper. So getting a slim piece of paper like this, folding it exactly 90 degrees. Really important that that is perfect 90 degrees, otherwise your frame will look weird. And the great thing about doing it this way, you need to make 2 of them. The great thing about doing it this way is that you can make the dimensions of your frame whatever you want. You could do like some really sort of modern skinny piece or a square piece or a rectangular piece. I prefer using viewfinders like this. Okay, so I would like you to do some viewfinder work. Like I say, you could use images from on your phone. You could use your first-hand research, some of your photos. You could even reproduce images that you've got in your sketchbook. That's something that we haven't really done before, but that's a brilliant thing because that is 25% of your GCSE mark is reviewing, modifying and refining your work. So by repeating and developing stuff which is already in your book, that's ticking that box. So that's really good. Okay, so I've set you a task of rummaging around at home, looking for things, old bits of board maybe in the shed, paint samples, those little paint pots, any old sorts of things that your parents may be chucking away, and I want you to produce 4 pieces of work. I'll also put, maybe over the next week or so, a couple more videos on my YouTube channel, and I'll maybe be talking about some of my inspirations about what made me an art teacher and what artists I loved to look at when I was younger. Anyway, I miss you all, genuinely, I miss you all dearly. Make me proud, do some work. I don't mind what it is, but please do some work. It will make you feel happier. Not for you as your GCSE student, although that helps. Just do it because it will make you feel good about yourself. Anyway, speak soon. Bye.